Hey people, welcome to the Hump evening stream, or soon to be evening. It's currently 5:30, May the 27th, and I think it's around 24 degrees Celsius here in Toronto. Very warm, mostly sunny day. We've all been having a good week so far. And hello to Leo Chung and William Elliott, Queenway and Harjot, Chantel, Toronto's Doo-Wop Music Guy. Hope you're all doing well. Gertij. Hello, Vivian. Brent Sheehan is here. John Nicholson. East Story. Good to see you all. Steglash. Just reading through the chat here. Hello, Zach. Lee John, Advisorit. Our gang, the Little Rascals, is here. I'm doing okay, Chantel. And Mike Landry's in the house. Hey, Mike. Craig O'Connor. And Pine Sol, how you doing? Daniel and Chris Anderson, welcome. Transit Mobile Scooter. What's up, YouTube? And anyone else, if I missed any greetings, my bad. Hello back to each and every one of you. All kinds of people out and about today. Unfortunately, the warm weather sort of increases the sketch factor by a factor of at least 3, I would say. Especially here on the east side of downtown. And quite the eventful walk, just for about 5 minutes from my apartment to here. All kinds of characters out and about. Hello, Karen. How you doing? Hey, Lemon Pledge. Random jeans up for grabs. Hey, Mr. Majestic. What's all this dust or smoke or whatever blowing over here? Probably just dust from this construction site. They're building the new station, Moss Park Station. It's a bit breezy today, which is okay. Not really looking forward to walking through a cloud of dust here, but I guess I have no choice. Oh, look, more sketchy characters. This pathway here is always a bit of a situation, shall we say, every time you try to walk through here. You never know what you're going to get. Ah, I can see again. I was blinded by the light. Hey, KLE, how you doing? Hello, manager Mr. Me. Oh, thanks for the offer, Chantel. I'm not really looking to add any mods though for now, but I'll put you on the list of potential mods if I change my mind at some point. I'm actually sort of leaning towards having less mods rather than more mods. Sometimes I think about having no mods actually. Alright, can I get across Queen Street? Alright. Alright, should I go down to Queen and Sherbourne? Will I just be asking for it if I go that way? Hey, Ray of Sunshine, how you doing? Mr. Adam's Apple, hello. See the future station under construction right here. It's a huge site. The station takes up like an entire city block pretty much, at least the construction site does. That's just how Metrolinx does things. One station will wipe out an entire neighborhood for some reason. Of course, there was a park here before. It was parkland, part of Moss Park, the actual park. I've seen Metrolinx tear down 2 entire city blocks in some spots just to build a station. Pape Avenue, Pape Station on the Ontario line, or Pape and Cosburn, I guess. Whatever it's going to be called. Hey, Lena, hello. Why does the wind smell like piss? This whole area just smells like urine here. What's going on? I'm just being assaulted by urine-smelling wind here. Hey, Yvonne Atherton, hello. What's up, Surge? Should I go through here? I see some sketchiness. Maybe we won't. Potential dingus situation down there. I'm going to head to the waterfront though. Right, Queen and Sherbourne. Surprised that's all I smell. At least it was only number 1 I could smell. It's a very busy bike path here, bike lane. Had no choice but to walk partially into the lane just to get past all those people cluttering up the sidewalk there, engaging in sketchy activities. The further south we go here, the less sketchy it'll get. Hey Rob, how you doing? Alright, let me look at the chat. I haven't been able to really pay attention to the chat for the last few minutes here. Got to run the gauntlet back there. I don't think I missed anything. Alright, sounds good, Rob. Hey, Randall King, hello. I'm live, yes. There are times when I swear the city is just overrun with characters, you know? Everywhere you look, every alley you look down, every little out-of-the-way spot that looks interesting, that you think, oh, maybe I'll walk through there. But no, there's someone in there doing God knows what. And you're like, okay, maybe not. I don't feel like getting yelled at, you know? Crossing Adelaide. We're going to just head right down to the waterfront here on Sherbourne. Hey Rochelle, hello. Jillian, what's up? Ashnix. Hello Lexus and Braden, how you doing? Hope you enjoy the walk. We're going to get out of the sketch zone. We're already pretty much out of the sketch zone actually. Armageddon, how you doing? Yeah, Yeah, that pigeon was giving me the side eye. Anything weird going on in this alley? Hey, this one doesn't have a human in it doing who knows what. Not that I can see anyway. Cozy Nook, how you doing? See, sometimes I'm not one to sugarcoat things, you know? I'm not going to walk around pretending everything is wonderful in Toronto, because it's not, right? But I will point out all the awesome things that I love all the time, and I do. But I also point out all the shitty things that I don't enjoy, which are pretty much something I encounter every single day, right? So, got to take the good with the bad. This is a real city where all sorts of things are happening. It's not all bad the way some YouTube channels paint it to be. Not by any stretch of the imagination is it all bad. But it's not all good either. Hey, Picard. It's extremely windy right here. Engage. Alright, it's crossing front. Guy's pulling a U-turn on a busy street. He got justifiably honked at. Stuck his hand out the window. Not sure what sort of gesture that was. It wasn't a finger. It was sort of like a hand gesture. I don't know. If that was some sort of secret code or something. Stupid driving, most likely a stupid person operating a car. Stupid is as stupid does. Isn't that what Forrest Gump's mom told him? Stupid is as stupid does. And even though Forrest Gump was supposed to have low intelligence, most of the things he did weren't stupid, right? Most of the things he did were actually very smart. Lower Sherborne. More peaceful down here. Except traffic, of course, but can't really get away from that. Toronto drivers are famous worldwide, yeah. Hey Scott, how you doing? I've never really watched any of those Stargate movies. And I've only seen a few episodes of the TV series, which seem to go on forever. And I'm a big science fiction guy too. It just never appealed to me for some reason. Maybe because it seemed kind of a little bit hokey or something. Much more so than Star Trek, you know. Even original series Star Trek, which could be quite hokey, I find more watchable than Stargate. Intruder alert, Captain. Sounds cool, getting ready for a graduation trip. Hope everyone has a grand time. What's up, Chris Mills? And the color purple, hello. I can see this building from my apartment window getting taller and taller. I've been sort of watching its progress for the last few months. I couldn't see it at all until just maybe about a couple of months ago. Alright, I have a green light here. But we got cars blocking the crosswalk, of course. Even with a cop right there, shouldn't he ticket these cars? I think he should slap a ticket on both of those cars. Quite the situation. I got across. It's World Otter Day. Oh, nice. Harjot. Just feel my mop on my head, just blowing every which way but loose. Let's see if it looks, yeah, pretty much. It's too bright, too much sunlight here. Why is this light taking so long? Hey, there goes a go. Alright, let's get some shade here. We'll walk through Sherborne Common. Oh, the ground is all cushiony here. It has sort of like this turf that's springy when you step on it. Like foamy and springy. Yeah, my hair grows fast. And I even reshaved it once or twice too, before I decided to start letting it grow. Otherwise it would be even longer right now. That looks refreshing. And hey, I got my bread settlement today. Some of you Canadians might have also gotten one. 49 bucks was e-transferred to me today. Hey, Famous Master, hello. Midnight Express. This is nice. I don't walk past here very often, hardly ever actually. This is like a good spot for the birds. They must enjoy this. Yeah, after walking through the gauntlet of sketch at the beginning of the stream, this is very nice here. Yeah, this is a whole different sort of fountain, you know, than the dog fountain. It's hard to even put them in the same category. Alright, can I get across without going to the intersection? should probably just go to the intersection. Or maybe I don't have to. You always gotta make sure you look both ways before you cross the bike path. Especially along here. Alright, the coast is clear. And here's the other side of Sherborne Common. It continues. Hello, Chris. How you doing? And Christos. Got Chris and Christos. So this little river of sorts starts across the street, and then it goes under the street. Or maybe not. I guess these are two separate rivers here. I thought it was the same one continuing, but I think they're completely separate from one another. It would be cooler if they were one that was continuing across the street. Hey, Dynamic, how you doing? Yeah, that wouldn't be good, I guess, to have a little mini river running under Queen's Quay. Hey, quad mods, it is an illusion. It kind of has the effect of looking like something that it's not. Hence an illusion. Hey Alfred, hello. And hello Steve from Tampa. It's a pretty strong current, you know? I'm living on the edge right now. Living on the edge. Hey, look. See my phone and gimbal. I'm doing the royal wave. Hello. Hello. Howard Charco. Will Ray, hello. Hello, Susie. And Kotzi. Do a shadow puppet. Yeah. I can do at least one shadow puppet. I've done it before in another stream, but maybe I can do it over here. Alright, can we see? Make sure my hand isn't in the way here. Roof! 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 Try to get this. Roof! Roof! That's my only shadow puppet skill right there. Shadow puppetry. AG, hello. Looks like a goat. Okay, if I made goat noises, I guess that would work, right? Just imagine I was making goat noises instead. Kotzi gave me an A+. Everyone should check out Kotzi's photography. It's amazing. Awesome photos of the city and nice aerial drone photography and videos. Mostly photography, right? I'm not sure if you do many videos, Kotzi. I've seen mostly photographs. Going way back before the days when I was even doing this on YouTube. Network Intel, hello. Hello, Sergey from Moscow. Well, you're good at what you do, so photos are your thing. And keep on keeping on with the photos because they're amazing.
I know.
I've been doing something here for a while, maybe just extending the shoreline out a bit further eventually. I don't know if people will be able to walk on this expanded portion here, if this is something else. All I know is this fence shouldn't be a permanent fixture here, right? It seems to me it's just a temporary thing while they're working on this. It's not the prettiest waterfront to have a big fence blocking the view. I imagine that'll be coming down at some point. See, over here they've actually got a bit more work done over here. I think this banner might explain what they're doing, but unfortunately I can't read it. I don't think I want to try to lift it up. It's all full of crud. Well, I guess I am going to try and lift it up. Protecting the shore. Our protecting the stormwater, actually, is what it says. Protecting the stormwater management system. So building a boardwalk extension. So it looks like they will be expanding this area for more people. Can't really read everything here. But yeah, looks like the boardwalk area will be a bit bigger. Yeah, my curiosity got the best of me. Hey Greg, how you doing? Ooh, there's a big freighter docked at the sugar refinery up ahead here. Kind of like these glimpses of the city you can see through here. Just looks like a wall of skyscrapers off in the distance. You see One Bloor West popping up. Hey Richard, hello. Yeah, you missed my shadow dog. I made a shadow dog. But apparently it looked more like a goat, according to some people. Check out this gigantic lake freighter. Some of these are ocean-going freighters that enter the Great Lakes through the St. Lawrence Seaway. And some of them are just Great Lakes freighters that stay on the Great Lakes, but I'm not sure which this is.
It's like a little harbor.
It did not look like a goat. Good, then my barking noises weren't wrong, I guess. Or woofing noises. Here's Sugar Beach. We're sun tanning. Can't go in the water from Sugar Beach, but you can do most of the other beach type stuff, I guess. Hey, Rosalina, hello. And Darlene.
Hey. How are you doing?
Look at this thing. If you stood this up on end, it would probably be like maybe 150 to 200 meters. I don't know, it's hard to sort of gauge that from here, but it would be a skyscraper, I think, if it were standing up on end. Maybe at the low end of a skyscraper. This one's called Federal Thunder Bay. So this one might just be a Great Lakes freighter, given the name, right? Hey, Transit Mobile Scooter, $2 for a good walk. Thank you. I said 2 ducks. Do we see any ducks down here? But thank you very much, Darren, for the super chat. Much appreciated, Darren. Cheers. Maybe we'll see 2 ducks if I look a bit closer. Hey, Whitby dude. 2 seagulls, that doesn't count. And hello, Jasmine. Welcome, welcome. I heard about the Waterfront Festival, so there'll be no big giant duck this year. But they said it'll be back again next year. I've done the big giant duck video for the last several years, I guess. Missing out on a year is not the end of the world. If you wanted to see what you're missing though, you can look at one of my videos from years past.
Anyways.
That was quite the head of hair. I think it was a wig though. Can't see the chat. Let's get in the shade over here. That's better. Check out that anchor. Holy moly. Is this one 200 meters? Yeah, I mean, I was thinking it might be. Hey, cozy nook. I'll go back to that park again sometime later this year. I went last year on one of the hottest days of the summer. I almost got heat stroke because there's no shade in that park. It's too new. There's no mature trees or anything like that to provide shade. So I walked around in like a 40-degree humidex recording a video. And I started to feel pretty woozy. I had to seek out shade after the video somewhere else, a bit of a walk away, just to sit down a bit. That is one shiny ass tanker truck right there. Holy moly. Calgon Carbon. One last look at the 200-meter long freighter. enormous. It's basically a floating skyscraper turned on its side. Like, there are a lot of major cities that don't even have a 200-meter building. All right, good stuff, Darren. Hey, Lumiakin, hello. Here's the Red Path Sugar Refinery. I'm going to make use of this little ledge over here. This is like the last industrial operation along the East Bayfront here in Queens Quay. Sorry. I did a faux pas. I stopped to pan up without realizing there was someone right behind me. So I did that thing that I hate that people do, where they just suddenly stop in front of you walking on the sidewalk. I try to never do that, but the buildings distracted me. I was too transfixed by the buildings. I didn't notice the people, I only noticed the buildings. Hey, thank you, Chantel. That's right. Do all the things. Like, share, subscribe. Come and say hi in the chat if you want. No pressure. Lurking is cool. It's always fun to say hi to a new viewer or a first-time chatter. De-lurking. 300 concurrent viewers. All right, let's go back towards the water. Hey, Kearney, hello. The Pizza Box building, yes. Many a college dorm room had a version of this. Maybe not quite as tall. A shorter version of that. I think that was the guy who owns the oddities shop on Yonge Street. The Skull Store oddities shop. And there's a museum there also. An oddities museum. It must be neat to live in that section that just hangs over like that. Hey, Tyler Rocks. Happy hump day, Greg. I don't know, what do you think? Would you like to live in a unit right in there? This one looks like a tornado up ahead here. What's for dinner? I don't know. I don't know yet. Chris Mills says nope. Chantel says no. Let's look at it from this side. It's got balconies on this side. From the other side, though, they have an awesome view of the Sky Tower. I know a lot of people think living on the waterfront means you get awesome views of the lake, and most people would want units facing the lake, but I'm a weirdo. I'd rather have a unit facing the city and all the buildings. I would much rather look at the cityscape than the lake. Oh, is that right, Kotze? Well, I look forward to seeing those shots. And this section is more like a bridge. That was my day. It was alright. I was out and about earlier. I recorded a video in the late morning. And I already have another video ready to go for tomorrow. Hey Lorraine, good evening. Brad Palmer's in the house. Happy hump day, Brad. There goes a ferry heading to the islands. Although it's going to one of the islands, right? So technically it's going to the island. And a water taxi. I wonder if it'll overtake the ferry. I think they can go pretty fast once they get going. I bet you it will overtake the ferry. We got the Pizza Box building and the Sky Tower. How big is the lake? Well, it's huge. It's a great lake. It's the smallest of the Great Lakes, but it's still huge. It's the smallest in area. But Lake Erie is much more shallow than Lake Ontario. Lake Ontario is pretty deep. It's not the deepest, but it's a lot deeper than Lake Erie. If you go across the lake from Toronto, if you go straight across the lake from Toronto, you'll end up in the Niagara region. But if you just veer a bit to the east, you'll end up on the shore of New York State. So you can see both the Niagara region and New York State across the lake from downtown Toronto if you're up high enough. Hey Francis, hello. Yeah, St. Catharines, Port Dalhousie, is that how you pronounce it? Which is a part of St. Catharines. And also Niagara on the Lake, another lovely little town, which is nearby. They're both kind of basically right across the lake. But then Niagara on the Lake is literally just across the Niagara River from New York. Fort Niagara in New York State. And you can see the Toronto skyline across the lake if the conditions are clear enough. I was watching another streamer who was just in Toronto recently for the first time. I think it was their first time in Canada, actually. And they were in Toronto for a few days. And that streamer thought Lake Ontario was the Atlantic Ocean. And then when people told them that, no, it's a lake, it's Lake Ontario, they didn't believe it. They were like, no way, this is not a lake. They're convinced it was the ocean. It was kind of frustrating watching those streams, actually, because 3 days in Toronto and they just sort of bumbled around, not knowing where they were going or what they were doing. And they spent too much time driving from place to place. I was like, why are you driving? Get out and walk. Then again, that person I think is originally from Omaha, Nebraska, but now lives in Austin, Texas. So those are two very, very car dependent cities, right? So driving is just second nature to them, you know. Is that right, Lemon Pledge? Yeah. I mean, they did walk around downtown, you know, but if they wanted to go to a different neighborhood that was still walkable, say like a half an hour walk away, they would always drive there. It's like, just walk, geez, or hop on the streetcar or something. A half an hour walk is nothing in Toronto. That's just going from one neighborhood to another neighborhood. Hey, Adrian Thomas. Hello, Jillian Taylor. Good to see you. Utterly Free, hello. Looking up Bay Street. Yunus Chowdhury, hello. I'm coming up on the window cam stream. I've seen a few of those lately, like a 24-hour live stream of the Toronto skyline from the Humber Bay area is one I've noticed recently. And I think there are some other ones down here in the South Core or Harbourfront area that I've seen also. very cool. 6 hours at a time. My streams tend to be around 3 hours lately. And I usually stream 3 days a week. Hey, math doctors. I wonder if they have this Amsterdam Bridge repaired and reopened yet. I think it's supposed to be ready in time for the World Cup. Might not be ready yet. Hey, Black Ali, hello. A honka burning love. Again? Jeez. Just rush hour stuff going on. Hey, there's our first proper look at the tower. Get to the tower. Hello, SG. You see me? I'll just wave randomly in a circle. All right, let's go around the Queens Quay terminal here. I recently posted a video about the Toronto waterfront. Kind of sticking up for it because a lot of people tend to write it off as being somehow not a good waterfront. I disagree. I think it's a pretty damn great waterfront. And I explained some of the reasons why in that video. Everyone always says the Chicago waterfront is so much better. Why isn't our waterfront like Chicago's waterfront? I kind of prefer our waterfront over Chicago's waterfront, to be honest. There's just a lot more going on. It's an actual neighborhood. The Chicago waterfront is just a big park, right? Which is nice. But here we have park, land, and all kinds of other stuff all going on. I'd get bored, I think, just sitting in a big open expanse of parkland, no matter how pretty the view was. Sit on a bench for a second, re-plug in my power bank. Closed my Prism app for a second there. Once upon a time that would have killed the stream, but luckily now it takes more than that to kill the stream than simply closing the app. Get this thing to straighten out. Straighten out! There we go.
I know. You see? That's why we're not running into each other. Yeah. But I tried to go there and be lost. They invited me this week. Okay, let's go to that one.
Patio opening soon. Kind of lagging. Patio should have been open like weeks ago, I would say. Hey Matthew, I'm not really a patio person, no. Maybe if it's in the shade. I don't really like sitting in a patio with the sun beating down on me. Even if I have a cool beverage, I'd rather be sitting inside with the air conditioning if I'm having something to eat. I'd much rather be in with the air conditioning. But yeah, if it's in the shade and I'm having a beverage or something, then I guess I could enjoy a patio, but I just don't really do it. Look at this. Big giant air mattresses. Kearney, 15 bucks. It's a nice Wednesday. Holy moly, thank you so much. Much appreciated, Kearney. Cheers to the generous super chat. Glad you're enjoying the day. These are the biggest air mattresses I've ever seen. I had a big air mattress that I would use when I had a guest stay overnight at my apartment, because my apartment is very small. There's only one proper bed, my sofa bed. So I needed like an air mattress to put on the floor for a visitor. So I had one for a long time. It was a really big one. And one day it just exploded. I was inflating it. And then I had it leaning up against the wall, awaiting it to be put to use. And then it just exploded. And there was like a huge gash in it after that, and I was like, well, I guess this is this is garbage now. It lasted a good 10 years though, maybe more than 10 years. I guess that's the lifespan of some of these things. Got some World Cup preparations. Oh, they lost their ball. I was going to grab it, but he beat me to it. Let's see if he can use his foot to put it over the fence. Oh yeah. Good job, good job. I probably would have just thrown it over. Hey, Garth Train, hello. Yeah, I find air mattresses pretty comfortable. Hey, good evening, good afternoon. It's always fun to say that. Happy Hump Day evening. Good afternoon, gifted, whoa, 10 memberships. Holy moly, thank you. Thank you, good afternoon. Once again, bringing the membership train here. Welcome to the 10 new members. I'll be adding your names to the list at the end of my videos. Cheers, good afternoon. Thank you very kindly once again for all of the awesome support. Very much appreciated. And thank you for letting me know in the chat. Leo Chung. I can't see it. It doesn't show up in Prism. So I don't see those notifications. Hey, Jacqueline, hello. I'm always reminded of the Truman Show. Say good morning. And in case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Hey, Robert Armstrong. That's an awesome movie, by the way, The Truman Show. I saw it in the theater when it first came out, and I've watched it several times since then. Alright, back to Queen's Quay. I can't talk here. I keep trying to say things and my words don't come out right. I think they just erected a tower crane. Well, it's still happening here. I think they just erected a tower crane. Come on, talk. You've been doing it your whole life. Right over here for the Q condos. Let's go look. Let's go look at the new crane. The Q condos is going to be a new 59-story residential tower. Kind of a rare thing to have a new condo starting construction, especially a big one like that right now. Not too many condos are moving into the construction phase right now. Lots are proposed, obviously. But most of the tall towers starting construction now are rentals. Maybe some of them used to be condos and they got flipped to being a rental. But this one here is Still a condo. There we go, a new tower crane for downtown. Talking is hard, yeah. Sometimes when you talk as much as I do, my mouth and my brain just decide to not cooperate, you know? I think I just saw another super pop in. Kind of blinded here. It's Jeanette with a $20 super. Holy, words are hard sometimes, eh? Yes, they are. Hi, Ken and pals. Wowza, thank you so much, Jeanette. $20 US. I'm watching from Houston. How's the heat down there in Houston now? It's probably unbearable, I'm guessing. The heat and humidity. Wow, thank you so much, Jeanette. Very, very kind of you, and welcome to the stream. Don't mind my hair, it's doing all kinds of things right now with this wind. Hello, Jacques. Hey, CJ, how you doing? You feel like you're on a Truman type show? Yeah, I can feel that. I guess I sort of am when I'm streaming, you know. Although I know I'm being watched, that's the main difference. I'm aware that I'm being watched, unlike Truman. Anything above 21 is too hot for you. Hey, we agree. We agree on that. Same in Oklahoma. Yeah, I bet. I think Houston is known as being one of the muggiest, swampiest cities in the US though, right? Maybe like New Orleans might give it a run for its money. Hello, Jed Roston. Summer buzz cut? I don't know. I'm thinking I want to keep the hair long over the summer. And the beard. So I guess I'm going to be setting myself up for some discomfort, but I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying the long hair beard look right now. It's been a while since I've had this combo. Hello, Canadian conservative. Grow it out, says Matthew. I'm not going to let the beard grow long though. I'm going to keep it trimmed. Henry Kramer. You like it, Jeanette? Yeah? Yeah, a lot of people seem to dig it. But then again, I've also had some messages come my way saying that it's not a good look. Oh well. That's not for them to decide, right? Gonna avoid that guy over there. Let's see if this bridge is open over here. I don't see anybody on it, so I'm gonna guess no, it's not open yet. That just goes with the territory, Matthew. When you're streaming for an audience, you tend to get some strange messages from time to time. All right, the bridge is not open. When it is open, though, I'm gonna run right over here and record a video. It's been like over 5 years since I walked over this thing. Hey, Bob from Wick, hello. Add a leather vest and Harley Davidson motorcycle to complete it. Elvis is back on tour. Hey, how you doing? No one's impressed. I'm sure he thought he was impressing a lot of people there, but I can say that 99% of the people just roll their eyes. Reguito. Let me sit on this bench and read Reguito's super chat. Hello and good evening, Mr. Ken Continuum. I hope you are having a wonderful Wednesday evening. This is a contribution towards your dinner after the live stream. Thank you for the live stream appreciation. Wow, thank you so much, Reguito, for the lovely sentiments and the awesome support. Much appreciated, Reguito. Thank you very kindly. Oh, the sounds of the city. It's a lively Wednesday. I mean, most Wednesdays are fairly lively, I suppose. Wednesdays and Thursdays. Always a lot of people downtown on those days. Hey, Hannah Garris, hello. It's a wave deck. I tried to run very quickly over that for a video years ago. And I did it, but I almost fell flat on my face. But I didn't. I just felt water land on my face. Where is it coming from? Just little droplets of water. I don't see anything above me where that could have come from other than a bird or something. Bird pee? Did I get bird peed on? Elvis back on tour, $2. Thanks for the shout out of your first ever live chat. Hey, no problem. I did my Elvis impression a bit earlier. Maybe I'll do it again if we hear another loud honking from some road raging motorist or something, but thank you very kindly for the $2. Much appreciated, Elvis. There's a little honk. I don't think that was a big enough honk, though, to bring Elvis back. Elvis comes out when someone really lays on the horn, you know? Someone's having a hissy fit and just blasting the horn for like 5-10 seconds or more. What is this? The Sunrise Challenge. I'm not sure what the Sunrise Challenge is, but it seems to have a fair number of participants. Did they start running at sunrise? Are they running from sunrise to sunset? Hey Mark M, how you doing? Brett Mallon, what's up? In the shade here, it's actually quite nice, you know? I don't feel hot at all walking in the shade. But you step into the sun and it's a whole different story. Hey, Christian Hansen, hello. A sneeze came out of nowhere there. Looking at the chat. Try the tiki bar thing. Yes, I saw Good Afternoon's very kind membership gifting, 10 new memberships. DJ Daniel Johnson, hello. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me. Afternoon city walker. Hey, yes, very nice day. A bit cooler than yesterday, which is okay with me. Yesterday was a bit on the muggy side for my liking. I didn't actually even go out yesterday. I was like, I'll just stay in. Today has a bit of a nice breeze going on. Slightly cooler. There's the other fake beach. We saw Sugar Beach earlier. This is H2O, or HTO. I always say H2O because we're near water. HTO Park Beach. Oh, we'll get a good view of the Forma from here once it's topped out. It's going to completely block that other building behind it. There's a fluffy dog. Fluffy puppy. A Florida man. We have the infamous Florida man in the chat. I've been reading about your antics for years now, Florida man. And Crikey is here. What's up, what's up? I know, Kotzi, right? I mean, I did it in my last recent video walking through here too. Except I didn't catch myself and correct myself, so it still says in that video H2O Park. Hey, Pizza Man is here. Pizza Man meet Florida man. All kinds of sirens going on over there. Financial district. Got a fire truck and an ambulance. Must be something going down. If we see some police cars coming, then something will be really going down. Hey, Han, hello. But I've seen that happen before, lots of times, where I'll see like several police cars, ambulances, fire trucks, all just hauling ass. And then I'll be like, damn, what's happening? And then I watch the news or I go on the Toronto Reddit or something, and there's no mention of anything. It's like, okay, whatever that was, I guess wasn't newsworthy. Oh, the jogging people look so happy. I've been told I kind of look a bit intimidating when I'm walking around streaming or recording. I guess I have a resting face that doesn't look happy. Like I have a serious expression on my face or something, you know? It's like, don't bother me, I'm doing things. Even though I could be in a perfectly happy, pleasant mood. Like, I have no doubt sometimes that people see me and recognize me when I'm out recording or streaming, but they don't say hi to me because they think I won't react in a friendly manner or something. When I always will. Don't let the resting grump face fool you. I'll try to walk around with a more neutral expression. I'm blinded here. Hey, that guy had a little dog. Little dog on in a bag, taking a ride. Florida man is a meme, yes. It just seems like you hear about some crazy thing that happened, some sort of unbelievably batshit incident, and then you read the news story about it, and the perpetrator is identified as a Florida man more often than not, right? We got fire trucks, fire trucks. Like, man has intercourse with dead possum. The perpetrator was a Florida man. You know, you just hear about things like that. But that being said, I do have some regular viewers who live in Florida who do not partake in such activities, so just making that clear. Okay, I see that ambulance is over there where the fire truck was. So something happened over there. Oh well. For the record, you have never done that. Okay, good to know, good to know. Alright, I'm going up Spadina, or lower Spadina. A cluster of condos. The Gardner Expressway. Two streetcars passing in the day. Or the waning daylight. Hey, Choppy, hello. All right, have a great evening, Jeanette. Thanks again. To see you in the next one. Hey, Ruben Q, hello. She was tired of waiting, I don't blame her. Can we just cross already? Make a run for it. I could right now. I could easily just waltz across. All right, there we go. Blinded again. There we go. Why do I have the theme song from Laverne and Shirley in my head? Where did that come from? I don't understand my brain sometimes. There's always some tune or song constantly running in the back of my mind at all times. And it can be the most random thing that doesn't make any sense. Like, why Laverne and Shirley?
Oh yeah, I was walking down the street the other day and we had a bar and I was like, oh, it's like cover, but it's not even food.
You love that show? Yeah, I used to really enjoy it. There's no reason for it to just take over my brain right now. Why? Oh, I think I know why. I know why. Because I'm on Spadina. And oftentimes when I'm on Spadina, I do a little thing where I go Spadina, Spadina. And then after I say Spadina, Spadina, you know what pops into my head? Haas and Pepper Incorporated. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Spadina, Spadina, Haas and Pepper Incorporated. And then the theme song from Laverne and Shirley, right? That's why. Being on Spadina triggered the Laverne and Shirley theme to pop into my head. What a weird brain. Hey, have a good night, Chantel. Alec Marshall, hello. I can't believe I just figured that out. I've conditioned myself to think of Laverne and Shirley whenever I'm on Spadina. Lisa, hello. Looks like they just laid down some fresh new asphalt here. Brand new crosswalk. CJ Iceman. Gonna make my dreams come true, doing it my way. And Surge also. Maybe there's one dude from Wyoming. I think I did have a guy from Wyoming in my chat before. This sign has been here for months now. Still no indication of what it is. What is it? Kool-Aid mustache. Look how blue that sky is. Alright, I think I see an Up Express train sitting at the terminal, so it'll be coming through here soon. Let's do a little train spotting. And Richard, $4 super plot twist Elvis guy. Oop, it went away before I had a chance to read it. Plot twist, Elvis guy, my dad. Ahem, I paid double. Well, now we know. Now we know. There goes an Up Express train. That one's 3 cars long. Well, thank you very much, Richard, and thanks to Elvis also from earlier, aka your dad. Much appreciated. Hey, another Up Express train. Another 3-car one. I just did a video riding the Up Express train. That's up on my channel right now, or it was before I started streaming. It's still up on my channel, but it's my most recent video, other than my stream. I rode the Up Express from Union to Mount Pleasant, or Mount Dennis, and then I transferred from the Up Express to the Eglinton Crosstown, and I rode that to Cedarvale, and then I transferred at Cedarvale from the Eglinton Crosstown to the subway, line 1. So it was like 3 trains in one video. So if you're kind of a train spotter or a train nerd, you might enjoy that. Thinking that video might gain some views over time as more and more train nerds sort of notice it as time goes on. Transit videos tend to do that. They tend to gain views over a long period of time. Yeah, and I think, Rochelle, if Ontario was a state, I think it would be right after New York. Because I think Ontario is more populous than Pennsylvania. So it would be right after New York in terms of population. So I think Ontario has around 17 million people. I think New York State has around 19 million. Alan K, $2. Happy Hump Day, Ken and everybody. A bit late. Hey, no worries. Glad you could make it. Thank you for the super chat. Much appreciated, Alan, as my hair blows in the wind. Cheers to the support. Glad you could check out the stream. The answer is blown in the wind. No more trains. New York has 20 million? Oh, I thought it sort of declined a bit down to 19. Because I know it's been losing population over the years. A lot of the upstate cities in New York have declined. A lot of people have left to move to places like North Carolina, some of the Sunbelt areas. But I think in the not too distant future, Ontario might catch up to New York State in population. It's been gaining on it pretty fast. But things aren't growing right now. The government put the brakes on immigration, so Ontario might even lose some population until they turn the immigration tap back on. All of Ontario's growth is through immigration. It's crazy windy here. We're over 2 hours in. Hope you've all been enjoying. Come and say hi in the chat if you're new, maybe a first-time viewer. Make sure you subscribe. You have to subscribe in order to come and say hi in the chat, but that's no biggie. Hit the notification bell if you do subscribe. I go live 3 times a week usually, and I post a pre-recorded video on the other 4 days of the week. Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, the official census numbers for Ontario are a bit behind, right? They're a bit out of date. So you have to look at the estimates, the current estimates on the StatsCan website. because Ontario went through an enormous growth spurt over the last 5 years due to unprecedented immigration numbers. It was growing at like over 200,000 people a year for several years in a row. Like 250,000 even. But as I mentioned, that's sort of stopped right now. But basically Ontario was growing faster than like Texas, you know, in terms of population for a few years. That's right, Daniel, in a straight line across the lake. It's even closer than that. And the border sort of runs through the center of Lake Ontario at one point. So you don't even have to go very far before you actually cross into US territory right in the middle of the lake. Hey, programmer dude. Gaming clips, yeah, we encountered those at the beginning of the stream. I walked through a gauntlet of sketchiness there. This area isn't as bad over here. This is the west side. The west side of downtown is nothing compared to the east side. I live on the east side, so you know, it's nothing new to me over there. Right, crossing King Street. Something new is coming soon. This has been here forever too. What is it? You heard French? Yeah, you'll hear French. You'll hear every language when you're walking around here. You'll hear most other languages before you hear French, though, to be honest. You're probably more likely to hear Russian walking around in Toronto than you are to hear French. Maybe it'll be a Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, maybe. It's been a few weeks, I guess, Chantal, since I had a Boston cream donut.
So, like, and also,
You never liked Starship? Yeah, I wasn't really a big fan of Starship. I much prefer their earlier incarnation from the 60s, right? Jefferson Airplane. Or even Jefferson Starship, before they just became Starship. Alright, we're at Adelaide. Let's walk along Adelaide. Bohemian Rhapsody has reached 2 billion views on YouTube? Really? Holy moly. That's got to be one of the most viewed videos on YouTube. I think Gangnam Style might have more views than that though, right? Still no real movement here. Looks like they're ready to go though. It's going to be a new rental apartment tower. Peak of the tower. Yeah, they saved the facade of that old brick building there, so that'll be remaining. Lisa knows the murals. I think I missed it. Maybe I caught a glimpse of it out of the corner of my eye. All right, Peter Street. New York furs, even though, you know, we're in Toronto. That place has been around forever. Beautiful old building though, right? It's surrounded by tall buildings now. I wonder if it'll ever be redeveloped. Hey. Hey, Tavane, hello.
He seemed interesting about
The sidewalk is finally all back to normal. After I don't know how many years. Ooh. Keep spotting awesome views of the tower here. This neighborhood is pretty good for that. And these old row houses seem to be safe for now. I don't see any redevelopment notices or anything. And these ones over here were incorporated into this new hotel and condo complex. I think they did a good job. Of course, now you have these big ass buildings looming up on top of them. Maybe something similar will happen to these ones eventually. Yeah, they've done that in this neighborhood on a few other projects too. Hello, person with a very long name that I don't think I can pronounce in any way that's not a complete massacring of that name. I'll just call you VJ. How about that? Hello, VJ. And the rest of it. There's a pedal pub. Something new coming here. Pizza, panini, pasta, and wine. It could be good. Hey, Wing Zero, hello. Crossing John Street. Rockin' Horse is still going. Dublin Calling is still going. But the Cougar Bar that was on this corner is gone now. New hotel and residence, which seems to be stalled right now. Jeez, I had a tickle in my throat there. I had to cough it out.
Okay, what else?
Hey, hey. Hey, Mary Valencia, hello. Coconut what? Yeah, I don't know. A honka burn in love. Hey, Felix Particle X. I think you need to get your eyes checked there, spunk butt.
I'm so low. What's happening here?
University Avenue. I think we all know what Spunk Butt's agenda is, right? We've seen many a commenter with these sorts of comments come and go. Yeah, that's their name, Rob. That's the name of the person who's saying the things. Alright, Spunk Butt just got banned because, you know, I knew he was a troll right off the bat. As soon as you see someone come into the chat saying things that he was saying, you just know what the deal is, right? So they're gone. Well, now he's gone. No worries, Rob. It happens every once in a while.
Some
We're in the financial district, York and Adelaide. Hey, Tina to me. Hey, there's the big giant head. Kenster and Dingery. Well, it's better than Ken cells, I guess. Still kind of busy here in the financial district.
Yeah, I heard about that today.
For once, a dump truck actually helped me out there, drowning out the music at the Cactus Club. Thanks, loud ass dump truck. Did me a solid. Hey, cookies and chaos. So I guess you're not square. Congrats for not being square. I did give you a heads up though. Still tons of people here in the financial district. Yeah, the weather's been almost perfect. A bit on the warm side at times for me, but as long as I'm in the shade, it's pretty much ideal. Elvis has appeared twice in the stream so far. If I hear a good enough blast of hornery, maybe Elvis will come out again. Has to be a really good one though, not just a little quick honk honk. It needs to be like a good sustained honk. The honkening. Damon, Washington. This day has been good. This stream has been good. I'm actually feeling a bit hungry. Like, or actually feel the hunger, you know? I don't usually get to that point. I just feel empty usually. But I feel actual hunger. Alright, let's go north. Up Young. Hey, Ukakok, hello. Nick's Novelty. And Devin Sullivan, hello. Scrambled eggs, that sounds really good, you know. I haven't had a scrambled egg sandwich in a long time. I used to have those regularly, almost like every day. I'll go through phases where I'll buy eggs all the time and make scrambled egg sandwiches, but then I stop and don't have any for like months and months on end. You need your eggs. Yeah. Fraser loves scrambled eggs. Baby, I hear the blues are calling. Toss salads and scrambled eggs.
Some down there.
So many times.
But I don't know what to do with those salads and scrambled eggs. Calling again. Busy on Young Street, holy. Alright, let's cross to the other side. Let us cross. We go other side. no way he's old enough to remember Sticks. Who are you talking about, me? I totally remember Sticks. Matter of fact, even earlier in the stream I briefly touched on a Sticks song. Called Come Sail Away. When Mr. Roboto came out, I loved that song. I was a kid. I mean, I was like about 13 when that song was popular. I thought it was awesome, but little did I know that most of the longtime Sticks fans hated that song. They thought they were selling out. I was too young to know or care. I just thought it sounded cool. Damamarigato, Mr. Roboto. I think a lot of people just gave up on Sticks after that song came out. They're like, that's it, I'm done. They suck now. Hey, thanks Alan K. That's right. Hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you haven't already done all those things, come and say hi in the chat if you want. If you do, subscribe. I go live like some bad signal here. This happened last time I was walking right on downtown Yonge. What's going on? All right, let's go along Shooter. Lost like 100 viewers due to a little brief dip in signal. I can hear you, Major Devon.
I know, but it's closed, man. It wasn't like 2 seconds ago, there was a guy. Oh, really?
Sometimes I walk past a woman who catches my eye, but I know instantly when I see her that there's no way in hell she would ever give me the time of day. Like, no way in hell. So I just keep on walking. Like way, way, way out of my league, you know? Have a good night, Transit Mobile Scooter. Sometimes you can just tell. It's just like a sense. You can sense it. Kool-Aid mustache is still here. Along Shooter heading east at church. Almost at the No Frills, and we're almost at 3 hours also. Yeah, my day was okay. I think you did ask that earlier, Jillian. A 3-hour tour. All right, let's just wander around this little area here for a few minutes, just to get us up to 3 hours. You know, I like that nice round number. Do I like Soundgarden? I liked a few of their songs, yeah. I was more of a Nirvana guy, though. Talking about 90s grunge, if you want to call it that. Never really got too into Soundgarden or Pearl Jam. I even like some of the other grunge bands better than Soundgarden and Pearl Jam. Some of the lesser known ones, you know. Like Mudhoney or Alice in Chains or something, if you even call that grunge. Seattle bands. Moist. Well, they did get played a lot on Canadian stations, right? Or Much Music. If you grew up in Canada in the 90s, you heard some Moist, whether or not you wanted to. David Usher, I even remember the guy's name. I think he went solo after, right? Wanted to become like a big solo guy. I don't think that really got too far. Maybe he had a few popular songs, I don't know. And I like Stone Temple Pilots actually more than some of the Seattle bands. They were sort of lumped in with the grunge bands, even though they're not really grunge, you know. A lot of bands just got lumped in as being part of the whole grunge thing. Lots of them undeservedly. Yeah, this looks nice now. I think Scott Weiland's last ever interview on video was in Toronto here when he was playing a show. And then just a few days later he died. And he was back in the States again, going on a little tour. So he did a interview with a local radio station, I think, here in Toronto. And that's his last ever interview. And he looks totally sad and strung out in the video. It's kind of hard to watch. Like all the life has just been drained out of him or something. And then just a few days later he was gone. This is Mutual Street. You like the Stray Cats? I used to like them. Stray Cat Strut. Sexy and 17, even though that song wouldn't fly today. Everyone seemed to like it enough back then. Maybe he wrote it when he was 17, right? Just like the Beatles song, I saw her standing there. Starts off, well, she was just 17. You know what I mean. Well, Paul was just barely out of his teens when he wrote that song, so, you know. But now people look back and go like, oh, well, that's not right. Ringo gets a lot of shit now for his popular song, You're 16, you know, you're beautiful. Well, he didn't write that song, first of all. That's a cover. So Alright, I just did a little wandering around the Maitland Street area here. Just to bring us up to 3 hours. We got the No Frills here, which I think I'm going to go inside. It's been a while since I've gone to the No Frills. Did I watch the first Live Aid? I think I did, yeah. Hey, Neville. Yeah, that's like an older song. Ringo covered. Hey, Cookies and Chaos is free! Free to watch me end the stream. But I'm glad you're not square since you caught the stream. Cookies and chaos. No one wants to be square. But thanks everyone for joining me for another walkabout here on a very pleasant Wednesday, hump day evening. Hope you all enjoyed. I had a lot of fun. Gonna pop inside the No Frills and head on home. Just hope to see you in my next stream, most likely on Friday. So once again, make sure you have all the buttons clicked and pushed. You know the drill: like, share, subscribe, notification bell, and everything else. And my next pre-recorded video will be tomorrow night. Be a premiere at around 7:15, so hope to see you there for that. I'll be in the live chat as always as we watch the premiere. So a big thanks once again to everyone for watching. New subscribers, cheers, hope you enjoyed, hope to see you in the next one. All the regulars, moderators, thank you so much. And everyone who sent support, very, very much appreciated. Superchats, super stickers, PayPals, channel memberships. It's all very, very much appreciated, and it's all very awesome. So until next time, I will continue. Oops, where am I? There I am. All right. All right, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you all again soon. And yeah, stay cool, stay warm, whatever you prefer. And that's all, folks. Have a good night.